Welcome back to A to Z Convos. In today's video, we're going to be learning English idioms, and I'm going to take it slowly so that you have a chance to take in the idiom. I'll explain what it means, and then I'll show you some examples of each idiom being used in context on TV or in a movie. So let's go ahead and begin. And the first one is, a man's home is his castle. A man's home is his castle. So what does this mean? This means that a man or a woman, a person really, can do whatever they want to do in their home. They have authority to do what they want, how they want, when they want. And so here is again the definition. It means a man or a woman, a person, can do anything he or she wants to do in their own home. A man can do anything, or a woman can do anything he or she wants to do in their own home. And here is how it's used in context.
This is my home, and a man's home is his castle.
You know, a man's home is supposed to be his castle.
I say a man's home is his castle, and it is the duty of a woman to make him comfortable.
No.
The next idiom is a penny for your thoughts. A penny for your thoughts. Now, it doesn't mean that somebody really wants to pay you, and a penny at that, for your thoughts. What it means is they're asking you, what are you thinking? So if you're really deep in thought and you look like you're really engrossed and somebody wants to know what you're thinking or what's on your mind, they'll say a penny for your thoughts. And so here's the definition of a penny for your thoughts. It means, what are you thinking about, or what is on your mind? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? A penny for your thoughts. That's what you would say. And here's how it's used in context.
Penny for your thoughts.
Penny for your thoughts?
Only a penny.
Penny for your thoughts.
Penny for your thoughts.
Penny for your thoughts.
Okay, and then we move on to the next one. Achilles heel. Achilles heel. What does Achilles heel mean? Or what does it mean when somebody says Achilles heel? Achilles heel means a person's weakness or their weak spots. It means something that makes someone vulnerable. So you would say someone has an Achilles heel, and that means that there's a particular thing or a person that is a weak spot for them, that they're vulnerable over, or they have a weakness for. And now here's how it's used in context. I'm going to show you some scenes.
We know their Achilles heel, Mr. Stiles.
Ah, here. My one weakness. My Achilles heel, if you will.
To defeat Grizzle, we have found its Achilles heel.
That may be their Achilles heel, Captain. Their interdependency.
It's his Achilles heel. White girls with a big backyard.
The next phrase is all bark and no bite. All bark and no bite. What does this mean? All bark and no bite. Go ahead and say that. And what this means is when you're referring to someone who tries to appear threatening, but in reality, they're not really able to back up their claims. So they make a lot of noise and they make you like try to be afraid of them, but really they're not as scary as they're trying to make it seem that they are. So you would say somebody is all bark and no bite. Oh, she's all bark and no bite, or he's all bark and no bite. It just means that, you know, they try to appear one way, but in reality, that's not how they are. So I'm going to show you some clips of it in context.
I know. Turns out Mr. Tall, Dark, and Scary is all bark and no bite.
Just ignore her. She's all bark and no bite.
What a loser. All bark, no bite.
Nah, Bosco Schmosco. He's all bark, no bite.
Of course! Now we know he's all bark and no bite.
All ears. All ears or all ears. What does this mean to be all ears? We only have 2 ears, but what does it mean when someone says they're all ears? It means to show interest in hearing something or listening to something or learning more about something. So if somebody is talking to you about a particular topic and you really want to know more about it, you'll say, "Oh, I'm all ears." That means I really want to know. I'm listening. I want to hear more about this. I'm all ears. Okay? Go ahead and say all ears. I'm all ears, or she's all ears, or he was all ears. Okay, and now I'm going to play some clips for you to see how it's used in context.
I'm all ears.
I'm all ears.
I'm all ears.
Because I'm all ears.
All right, I'm all ears. Literally.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Ricky, I'm all ears.
I'm all ears, boys. I'm all ears.
The next phrase or idiom is apple of one's eye. Apple of one's eye. Go ahead and repeat the phrase apple of one's eye. And what does it mean to be the apple of one's eye? When someone says apple of one's eye, they'll usually say, "Oh, this person is the apple of my eye," or "He is the apple of her eye," "She is the apple of his eye," or "Something is the apple of someone's eye." And that means that something or someone is very close to another person's heart. Something or someone that they hold very dear to them. That is the apple of that person's eye, or the apple of one's eye. And so you would either say somebody is the apple of my eye if you're talking about somebody who is very dear to you or somebody who's close to your heart, or you can say he or she is the apple of her eye. His dog is the apple of his eye. Her cat is the apple of her eye. He is the apple of his mother's eye. That's how you use it. So now let's see how it's used in context.
Oh, look who it is. My husband, the apple of my eye.
You are the apple of my eye, the thump in my heart.
I mean, you're the apple of my eye, sweet kitty cat.
Nermy is the apple of my eye.
Super sweet, super kid, and the apple of his parents' eye.
And his wife, Dolly, well, she was the apple of his eye.
The next idiom is at wit's end. At wit's end. Go ahead and say it, practice it. At wit's end. But when you use it in a sentence, you actually use it differently. But first of all, what's the definition of at wit's end? When someone says at wit's end, they actually will say something like, "I'm at my wit's end," or "he was at his wit's end," or "she was at her wit's end." And it means that you just don't know what to do about something. And it's a way to express frustration with the situation or with the person. Like you've tried everything and you don't know what to do next. So you are now at your wit's end. So I would say, "I'm just at my wit's end," or "He had tried really hard, but he was just at his wit's end." So practice saying at my wit's end, at his wit's end, and let's see how it's used in context.
I'm just at my wit's end with these two.
Laundry piling up. I'm at my wit's end.
I'm at my wit's end. I truly am.
I'm at my wit's end. Every night, clubs, bars, search.
Honestly, Pema, I am at my wit's end with that girl.
Francis, he's at his wit's end. The Republicans.
I've got 3 children and at my wit's end.
I'm at my wit's end. You've got to help me.